All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're going to break down the blueprint for building a successful home service app. And let me tell you, this is a huge, booming market that's just waiting for the right idea.
So, have you ever dreamt of creating the next go-to app for, everything from plumbing to house cleaning? Well, you've come to the right place. Tapping into this on-demand world is probably way more doable than you think. And look, we're not just talking about slow and steady growth here. This is an explosion. As tech gets more and more tangled up in our daily lives, people now expect to manage their home needs with just a tap on their phone. This massive shift is creating a huge opportunity for entrepreneurs.
Okay, so you've got this amazing idea. Now what? You're basically at a fork in the road. You could go down one path and build everything from scratch, but that's going to be super expensive, take forever, and frankly, it's pretty risky. Or you could take the other path and use a ready-made script, which is way more affordable, gets you to launch day fast, and is based on a model that already works.
So let's really dig into that second option, what I'm calling the smart shortcut. This is all about using a ready-made solution to get your business off the ground in a fraction of the time and for a fraction of the cost.
Now, this shortcut is often called a clone script, but don't let the name fool you. It's not just about copying code. Think of it more like a complete business in a box, a pre-built app that comes with all the core features you need right from day one.
And that, right there, is the biggest immediate advantage. You get to literally skip months, maybe even years of development. You can put all your energy and your money directly into what actually grows the business, getting bookings, making customers happy, and building your brand.
Okay, but having a powerful engine under the hood is totally useless if the driver's seat is a mess, right? So now let's switch gears and focus on the user experience, what your customers are actually going to see and feel when they use your app.
The look and feel of your app, what we call UI/UX, is, and I can't stress this enough, absolutely critical. If someone opens your app and gets confused or frustrated, they're not just going to close it. Nope, they're going to delete it. You need a clean, simple design that makes booking a service totally effortless. That's what turns a first-time user into a lifelong customer.
And this quote, it just nails it. A great design isn't just about looking pretty, it's a direct engine for your business's growth. It builds trust from the very first moment someone opens the app.
In today's world, you've got to be everywhere. That means your app has to work perfectly on Android, on iPhones, and on the web too. Having that cross-platform support means you can reach the biggest possible audience without having to build and pay for 3 separate apps. And then, of course, you have to make it super easy for people to actually pay you. Offering all kinds of payment options, cards, wallets, you name it, doesn't just make checkout smoother. It also just screams, hey, we're a professional, trustworthy business.
All right, so the customer experience is obviously huge, but what's holding it all up? The foundation of the business itself, that's just as important. This next part is all about owning your tech, which really means owning your future.
And this brings us to a really critical idea, source code ownership. What does that mean? It means you literally own the architectural plans to your app. You're not just renting software from someone month to month. You have total control to change it, expand it, or even sell the whole thing down the line.
Here's a good way to think about it. Owning your code is like owning the land and the foundation of your house. Because you own it, you can renovate, build a new wing, or do whatever you want whenever you want. It's yours.
And that foundation, it better be built like a fortress. Your app is going to handle really sensitive stuff, like personal info and payment details. Strong security isn't just a feature, it's a core promise you're making to your users. It's the bedrock of their trust and loyalty.
Owning it all also unlocks the magic of customization. This is how you stop looking like a template and start building your own unique brand. You can add special services or cool features that give you that edge that your competitors just can't touch.
Okay, so we've got our foundation set. Now let's look ahead. How does this whole approach affect your budget and, more importantly, your plans for growth?
Just look at these numbers. They really tell the whole story, don't they? The cost of building from scratch versus using a ready-made solution. The difference is just staggering. It's not even close.
And all that money you save, that's not just pocket change. That's pure fuel for your launch. Instead of burning it all on development, you can pump it right back into what actually grows your business: marketing, getting new users, and finding the best service pros out there. A solid tech foundation also have to be built for success down the road. Your app can't just work on day one. It needs to be ready to handle your growth, whether that's launching in a new city, adding a ton of new services, or eventually handling thousands of bookings every single day.
You know what this all boils down to? One single super important word: scalability. That's just the app's ability to grow with you, without crashing or slowing down. And for any business with big dreams, this isn't a nice to have, it is an absolute must-have. And one last thing, and this is so important, launching your app is just the starting line. Every piece of tech needs maintenance. Having great support means you have experts dealing with bugs and updates so you can focus on, running the business, not fixing tech glitches.
Okay, so let's wrap this up with a quick checklist. What are the absolute essentials? First, you need full ownership of your source code. Second, you need a foundation that is built to scale. Third, a fantastic user experience is non-negotiable. And finally, you need rock-solid security. Get those 4 things right and you are well on your way.
At the end of the day, your app isn't just code. It's the front door to your business. So the big question you have to ask yourself is this: is the door you're building strong enough and welcoming enough for the future you're dreaming of?